Despite lacking a title race, this Ligue Uber Eats campaign was rich in suspense. The battle for European qualification fought until the final day of the season. An engrossing championship, the League of Talents has lived up to its billing. We focus on the top 5 and the key players who shone brightest as the club's confirmed continental adventures. A 10th French title was won at a canter with a 15-point advantage, PSG making history by having the measure of the competition, in large part thanks to their star men. The first name on everyone's lips, Kylian Mbappe, voted Ligue Uber Eats player of this season, and no wonder. "28 goals to top the scoring charts, but also 17 created to add the Best Assists award. The World Cup winner, the undoubted number 1, with the help of his illustrious partners in crime. It took time to settle, but Lionel Messi eventually proved he can adapt to a new environment after swapping Catalonia for the City of Lights. Having developed a synergy with the rest of the PSG stars, the 7-time Golden Globe winner ended his first season in France respectably. The Argentine eventually ending with 6 goals while producing 14 assists. What can La Pulga produce in Season 2? Injuries and a lack of consistency have often dogged the world's most expensive player, but Neymar remains an outstanding player on his day and integral to PSG's attacking prowess. The Brazilian ended this season on fire. 10 of his 13 league goals came in the final 12 matches of the season. With a year under their belt together, PSG can dream of bigger and better. Marseille opened the season nervously, but came roaring back from 2-0 down to win 3-2 at Montpellier. The man who was centre of this resurrection and bagged himself a devilish double was, of course, Dimitri Payet. The early season signs were the Frenchman was still the beating heart of OM, a leader on and off the park. Despite turning 35, Payet's output was one of the best of his career. 12 goals and 10 assists. You have to go back a decade to see the Reunion-born star be so influential in terms of raw, hard stats. 3 times his vision and foresight helped Gerson to score, improving those around him. Nothing new. After arriving in Marseille from Flamengo, the Brazilian took time to find his rhythm in the south of France. Yet from the start of 2022, the 25-year-old found his stride to gradually become a big player in Jorge Sampaoli's atypical tactical system. Gerson scored just 3 times in the opening half of the Ligue Uber Eats season, but would end just shy of double figures. 5 strikes in the last 11 games, the Samba star got stronger as the season wore on to finish with 9 league goals. There appears plenty more to come. Cengiz Ünder caught fire in the first month of the season, 3 goals in August followed by 7 more, a fine first foray for the Turkish delight. The trio with 31 goals, nearly half of Marseille's total, that helped grab second on the final day and with it, direct entry into the Champions League group stage. Marseille's gain was Monaco's pain, and yet it was an incredible run that even allowed Les Monégasques to dream of a podium finish. 9 wins in that last stage draw. No surprise then that Wissam Ben Yedder led from the front. Second only to Mbappe, ASM's captain fantastic with 25 goals, his most prolific season of his career. After becoming a bench warmer under Niko Kovac, the 31-year-old has been restored to the starting 11 under Belgian boss Philippe Clermont with devastating effects. That allowed Yedderlin to once again come to the fore. 4 of Kevin Folland's 9 league goals came during the stunning winning streak. The former Bayer Leverkusen striker still the perfect foil for Ben Yedder, opening up gaps and creating space. Not as sharp as his 16-goal debut season in France, but his all-round game has improved to Monaco's benefit. A big reason the Principality finished the season with a bang. Individuals willing to serve the collective cause. Aurélien Tchouameni, the perfect example of that. The 22-year-old powerhouse in the middle of the park, comfortable in all facets of the game, and even adding that extra spice, goals. Called up to the French national team in September and again included in Didier Deschamps' squad for the Nations League, the former Bordeaux player has seen his market value quadruple since his arrival in the Principality. No wonder Tchouameni a target for the biggest clubs in the world after helping ASM claim third in the standings. Rennes have been one of the most attractive sides to watch in the French elite under Bruno Genesio, winner of Ligue 1 Uber Eats Coach of the Year. Without a need for recognised names, the Bretons have created their own stardust. One such talent, Martin Terrier. The forward was only sporadically dangerous in the final third with former clubs Strasbourg, Lille or Lyon. Yet after a season settling in Brittany, terrific Terrier upped his output to produce the most prolific season of his career. 21 goals, a stunning return, only possible thanks to the collaboration with his teammates. Gaëtan Laborde, a shrewd acquisition that added an element that Les Rouges et Noirs were lacking. After kicking off the season with 3 goals in Montpellier, the striker arrived at the end of the transfer window and continued where he left off at Roazhon Park. The 28-year-old quickly proving a frequent scorer, but it was his hard work and generosity that really endeared him to the club faithful. The stats speak to that. 12 goals, but also 8 assists for Genesio's free-scoring side. Rennes have uncovered some gems, but none brighter than Benjamin Bourigeaud. The live wire at the centre of all that's best about Rennes. 11 goals and 12 assists. Few players boast the kind of influence he has on his team. Even if Rennes fell short of the podium, fourth allows them another crack at the Europa League and re-establish the club as a big hitter in Ligue 1 Uber Eats. After a 12-goal haul the previous season, Amine Gouiri started where he left off. By January, he'd struck 10 league goals alone. Yet the trail went cold as the former Lyon forward ran out of steam. Yet still ending a good season in double figures with 9 assists. But as Gouiri faded into the shadows, Andy Delors stepped into the limelight. Another who left Montpellier late in the window, the Algerian international netted 16 times for Les Aiglons, impressing most in the final straight with 10 goals in the last 11 matches. Christophe Galtier arrived a champion of France, and despite being knocked off the podium, Delors' hat-trick on the final day meant 5th place and the Europa Conference League. Football is a team sport where individuals are often valued most. But when you scratch the surface, these talents need to complement each other to truly express themselves. Easy to say, tougher to achieve on the field, but our 5 examples managed to find the balance to earn their shot at Europe.